primordial dragon is as big as a mountain. If such a large creature would rise and fly into the air, what a sight that would be.
How could something so big fly in the air? It's completely against the laws of aerodynamics. Ugh, I'm so tired of you magical people going against the natural order. One of these days... never mind. Do you have a plan for the dragon? Once this dragon wakes up, even a tiny yawn could set off a chain reaction of calamity. It's not Indra's bow. That's the divine bow of the dwarves, the Eclipsion. He's just borrowing it, okay? Only the arrows are his.
Yes, the Eclipsion and my arrows.
At least we have the bare bones of a plan now. So, do dragons have any weaknesses? We'd already be burnt to a crisp by the time we meet its eyes. Is that really a weakness? It makes one move, and the whole place may cave in.
I think what Merlin meant was that its movements would be limited, especially in this area.
Of course! We're ants to that thing!
The moment she underestimates us is our chance to strike.
Reverse scales? Oh, I remember now! Legend has it that dragons have a scaly patch of reverse scales near their throat area. It's a dragon's only weak point. If she won't listen to us, we'll just aim there.
All right. I think I'm ready. Along this path, I've wanted the truth to atone for my mistakes. To find a chance to change everything. But at the end of the day, I just want to show people that there is another possibility. That we Assail have the power to make another choice. The primordial dragon is no exception. She deserves to know the truth and make her own choice.
An indiscriminate attitude toward all, with an unwavering persistence toward a goal. A determination as strong as a mountain. With a will as hot as a blazing inferno. Indris, take up the Eclipsion, and don't let us down!
Insatiable greed shall be cleansed in fire!
Despite being mentally prepared, the power of the primordial dragon was far beyond my imagination. Are you all right, Merlin? It's still with me, and in perfect condition. Did you see where Zany went? When we were falling, I heard her scream. We all fell from the same place, but she could have been blown away by the dragon. With your magic as a buffer, I'm sure she's not seriously injured. Let's look for her while we go after the primordial dragon. I'm afraid the dragon's wrath will be unleashed on Salthorin.
The bridge has collapsed! I can't get across. Are you two all right?
We're fine. What about you?
Don't worry. This looks like an old dwarven camp. I recognize the structure. You can't use the road. You have to find another way around. You know what? I'll find my way and meet up with you later. You focus on chasing the dragon. We can use the communicator to contact each other.
I come to protect. Immerse yourself in the purifying flames!
Target identified.
Mark? But how?
Halthor, you treacherous wretch! I have no need for your false protection! Vile snake! That treacherous backstabber! Where is Halthor, the so-called god who brought disgrace upon me? Fallen. He is dead?
That's right! Halthor has been dead for thousands of years!
Wonderful. A fate most fitting for a traitor. It has been eons since I last unfurled my wings. Was it you, scaleless mortals, who unbound me? Know this. Whatever the reason for awakening me from that humiliating slumber, I grant you the privilege of knowing my name. I am the flame of the abyss, the heart of the crystal, the third daughter of the earth and sky, and a sister to the stars. I am named Ascarion's soul.
Just like what historical records said. The primordial dragon came to Asperia from the Sea of Stars and formed a friendship with Halthor 10 millennia ago. But you cursed us! And now the dwarves can no longer use magic!
That stench! A daughter of Halthor! Such is the fate you deserve.
But why? Weren't you two great friends?
That covetous god is beneath the dignity of my friendship. When those foolish and warlike gods fought amongst themselves, I breathed dragon fire and aided Halthor in forging weapons. When the treacherous Hypogeans dared to invade, I marshaled my progeny, and together with him, expelled the foe. But he was not content. He stripped away my scales and fashioned them into armor. He severed my sharp horns, honing them into deadly weapons. He wielded peace as a righteous cause and beguiled me into paying its price. Alas, I was so foolish that I did not see it at the time. He stripped the skin and extracted the bones of my descendants who fell in battle. He crushed and consumed those of my descendants who had not yet been born. It was then that I knew.
Is this true? Did Helthor really do this?
Indeed, I finally saw through his deceit. In his eyes, we are not but tools. Thus, I sought to punish him for his treachery and violence. I cast a curse and laid waste to Helthor's empire. In retaliation, he wielded his power to seal my consciousness and force me into a deep slumber. I did not anticipate that I would encounter one of his people upon my awakening. What do you seek to gain by awakening?
I wanted to ask you to help me prove the Queen's wickedness to my people, with no intention of asking for more. However...
Who are you? It is difficult for me to discern your nature as a mortal. I had assumed you were a son of Helthor, but by your aura, you seem to be a descendant of Misati. Also appear to be of my bloodline.
Great Askerion Soul. My clan has survived to this day thanks to your descendants, in response to the punishment imposed by Misati. The Assail have resorted to using the concentrated essence of dragon eggs.
Even in my deep slumber, the fate of my kin being desecrated had not changed. The world is not but an arena for the gods. Asperia is trampled by the very creatures it gave birth to, and we shall inevitably become their plaything. Upon those vile empires who dare exploit my descendants, I shall unleash utter annihilation. Yet today, you three have freed me from my bondage and delivered the glorious news of Helthor's downfall. For that, you shall be rewarded once for your deeds. Do not let greed consume you. Awakening me is no small feat, but for such a deed, only one reward shall be granted. Child of Misati, I can aid your people. Child of Helthor, I can lift your curse. And you, the Immaculate One, unmarred by the gods, I can foretell your destiny. There is no doubt it is you I speak of. Come, make a choice.
You can lift the curse, but I don't want the curse removed anymore. Indris, I'll leave this chance to you.
But isn't this what you've always wanted, Zany?
Lifting the curse was indeed my obsession. But now that I think about it, this restriction of magic was the driving force behind the development of our technology. We now push the limits of knowledge, relentlessly striving for perfection, unafraid to defy nature's laws. To learn, calculate, and be tested is the truth we have embraced. And now, another truth has been revealed to me. The god we put so much of our faith in has harmed the dragon race more than the Assail. Regardless of past events, the fact remains. Indris, you used the Eclipsion to awaken the primordial dragon. This prize is yours to claim. These words have extra weight when you say it. All right. From this moment on, I'm the most amazing dwarf in all of Vesperia.
Zany, thank you.
That's right. Our destinies are in our own hands.
Merlin, Salthorin and I will always remember your kindness. As Carrion Soul, I, Indris, swear to you here, I will tear down the lies of the powerful and shatter this corrupted order. The Assail clan's crimes against Dragonkind will not go unpunished. Not while I still breathe.
I have endured the tyranny of others for thousands of years. My forgiveness comes with a condition. You must eliminate that blasphemous creature. Slay her.
Do you mean Queen Serylith?
Will you still intercede for her? Will you still honor this profane sinner?
No. I agree to your condition. For the sake of Salthorin, I'll do what's necessary. Even if it means plucking out this rotten fruit myself. As long as you honor our agreement and forgive my people for their ignorance.
Oh, can you truly accomplish this? Show me your strength. Ah, that bow, that loathsome weapon. It cannot hurt me. Do you know the reason? Helgor left his vile power within my noble blood. Take it out! Take it out! Use your tainted hands, mortal, and extract the power from my burning body.
What? That's impossible! Extracting divine power with your bare hands? There's no way! No mortal can do that!
You are powerless to punish the sinner, you weak, scaleless mortal.
Okay. I'm willing to try.
Are you insane? You'll be burned to death!
If it means protecting Salthorin, I would pay any price. Even my own life. I've made up my mind. Let me try.
Mortal, do you have the courage, with your fragile body, to extract Helgor's power?
Helgor never bestowed his grace upon you! You'll be burned alive!
The power of Helgor. Fearless one, take it! You have what you came for. Now leave at once. Remember your promise. Remember your oath. Fulfill your promise. If there is any further deception and delay, my wrath will utterly crush you to die. Immaculate One, watch over him. I once drifted through the sea of stars for what felt like an eternity. until the seed of life took root in Hesperia and welcomed me. Finally, I found a home once more. To this day, I am forever grateful for their acceptance. They are the miracle of the seed of life, the root of the very tree of life. They stand as the greatest being in all of Hesperia. The tree of life is the ultimate truth that all living beings must heed. Without it, life would vanish into oblivion, never born, never existing. From the tiniest insect to the most powerful of gods, all must heed the laws of the Tree of Life. And I, too, am bound by its will. But though it once gave me life, it has long since withered in a place far beyond reach. The seed of life and I shared a similar journey. We both wandered the vast, lonely sea of stars for an eternity. At long last, they stumbled upon a world that no one had ever discovered before. Hesperia, untouched and unspoiled by life. The seed of life descended into the abyss of Hesperia, struck the earth, and took root. From that moment, they emerged. Hesperia was forever changed, becoming a sacred world entwined with the Tree of Life. Yet, in the end, they defiled everything. You alone remain pure and untainted, untouched by the darkness that once consumed them. Silence! Enough with your questions. Since you've boldly claimed that you wish to control your destiny, let fate reveal its answer to you. The scaleless mortal named Indris. Do not forget your pledge.
I will bring this to an end.
Then I shall wait for you to fulfill the oath you've sworn. Do not fail me.
Look, the divine dew. A brilliance beyond compare. Yet...
It is not divine. You know that.
And what of it?
You're digging your own grave.
Nay, this is ascension. To surrender all to the Queen's will. This is the highest fate.
look at what you've been saying! After all that high and mighty talk! The divine grace, the Queen's blessing, and now you're just using it as bathwater? You don't call that a disgrace?
The divine dew is divine grace itself. There are many ways to enjoy it. My heart, always humble and thankful, finds solace in this gift. It holds me, as if I were returning to my mother's loving embrace. What doubts do I have, Toplander? Its power, its grace, its love are present in this very moment, Toplander. Perhaps you yourself have uttered the name of a god in reverence, and perhaps you believe your faith is true, but such hopes are mere illusions. A fantasy that cannot possibly exist in the world as it truly is.
The divine dew is a lie. You're just parasites, feeding off the life force of a dragon. And worse, you used these lies to turn the people into puppets, manipulating them at will. The whole of Southall, and the faith you cling to, is built on the bones of dragons, and a mountain of lies!
And what of it?
What did you say?
Even if every word you say is true, what of it? I have intimately known the agony of corruption and transformation, Indris. It felt as though fire coursed through me, and everything I reached for dissolved into foul smoke. It was as though countless thorns drove into me, inch by inch, tracing my very bones and veins, from the soles of my feet to my throat. You cannot comprehend. Once, we cherished all things. The wind, earth, and water, the stars, the sun, and the moon. But then, we were abandoned, amidst despair, solitude, and agony. It was Her Majesty who bestowed salvation upon us through the divine dew. Such warmth, such kindness. The love she has given is unmatched. She is without fault. What would you know of it? That grace is no mere gift. It is the love destined for us, bestowed by Her Majesty. Indris, have you forgotten the gentle embrace of the divine dew? Has the radiant light not once offered you solace in this eternal darkness, even if it was tainted by lies? Even if it was stained with flesh and blood? Hasn't everything remained as it should? Our faith, our kingdom, our grace. Is it not all still in its rightful place? Why can't you see this, Indris?
I understand.
Ah, yes! I knew the truth would reach you in the end.
You are not a parasite, Velara. Nor are you a puppet. You are the pillar that holds up this blood-stained kingdom. The silk thread guiding the puppets. You are the ant that nourishes the parasite.
That's right. I am to live in this sacred land, to feel the blessed touch of the divine dew, and to carry such an unwavering faith. It fills my soul. To me, sacrificing everything for this purpose is neither burden nor hardship, only glory and bliss.
You are beyond redemption. Serolith! The primordial dragon has awakened. The lies you built are about to crumble.
The dragon has awakened! You are about to tear down the foundations of Southall. Is this what you seek, Indris? For the sake of your so-called mercy and justice, you've destroyed the only hope of the assailed.
The only hope. Do you recognize this, Your Majesty? I'm sure this is something you will never forget. Feli's family guarded this heirloom for generations, and the Sylvan Tendril was once used by the sage Tasso to guide the Assail clan before being killed by the Lara's fanaticism. Feli went to the surface. When his curse took effect, the long-dormant Sylvan Tendril exuded a purifying power under Merlin's guidance. The Sylvan Tendril purified the corrupt magic within Feli's body, erasing the so-called curse. If at that time...
Silence! Do not presume to speak on matters beyond your understanding, you ignorant youths! Our bodies were already in ruins by then. With each step, Tasso spat blood, and some among us were so grievously wounded that our very organs threatened to spill from our bodies. No one in our ranks could have endured any longer. This is the agony the curse has inflicted upon us. If we were incapable of eradicating the Hypogeans, what choice remained? Beg Misati for mercy and forgiveness? Do not think we did not try.
Don't you see? This means there's another path. No reliance on dragon eggs, no sacrifice of innocent lives. Another path to live, without crawling through the dirt like some lowly reptile.
Do you truly think another path exists? You are mistaken. What lies ahead is nothing but an abyss. We can either stay frozen in place, or leap into the darkness, without a quick resolution. And if we had hesitated to save them one by one, the Assail clan would have been nothing but a memory. Do you truly believe those hyena-like nobles, priests, and desperate commoners would uphold their sense of morality as they wither? No. They would sacrifice anything for the chance to survive. To stabilize South Thorin, lies are necessary. I acknowledge the sin of exploiting the dragons, but that was the only lifeline available to me, and for that, I owe them my gratitude. With the cultivation of the divine dew, we were able to stretch out our wings like dragons and flourish in this underworld. Guided by our fate, this was and is our only path.
I admit, I didn't endure the suffering of that time. But I know well enough that there are those in the clan who can't even face their own hearts. The commoners brawl like wild dogs for scraps, while the nobles feign respectability while immersed in corruption and political schemes. Even the smallest change could spark panic, riots, and madness. But that is all due to your lies!
It was a necessary deception, a sacrifice that had to be made to safeguard this path.
Sacrifice? Then let me give you a choice. As Carrion Soul, the primordial dragon, propose to exchange your life for the redemption of the Assail clan.
Oh, what a noble proposal.
You've always boasted about your sacrifice, claiming to bear a heavy responsibility. Well, now's your chance to prove it. Or are sacrifices meant to be borne by others, while you always stand at the top, judging them from above?
Arrogant worm. Do you truly believe that dragon will spare you? That dragon will spare no one.
Indeed. I'm tired of your lies. How is your behavior different from that of the goddess you hate?
That's right! Even if it was an emergency situation and dragon eggs were used, why haven't you tried finding ways to break the curse? The history of the Ironheart Dominion was wiped out and lost to time. But now, even those idiots in Brimstone Village are trying to use half-forgotten tech to summon a god to lift our curse. Over the years, not only did the Assail fail to rise and progress, you kept digging deeper into a hole of your own making!
Silence! How could you possibly understand?
The sacrifice and blood of the dragon saved us. Our trust and loyalty kept the Assail together. Your lies did nothing. Despair, damnation, and pain made us fall into the abyss. And your lies have held us there for centuries.
It is truly pitiful, Indris. You are utterly blinded by your obsession and misguided sense of justice. Your sins will never be forgiven. But I shall forever pity your ignorance and foolishness.
With that half-dragon body, don't try to act all compassionate, Your Majesty. That expression of anger on your face is more genuine than the facade of divinity you tried to put on. So before we take out our weapons, there's one last question I need to ask. How did Tasso die? That wise sage possessed the Sylvan Tendril and knew its effects. He could have pointed out another path for the assail. How did he die back then? Did Masati's curse truly kill him? Or was it someone else? Your silence tells me everything I need to know. This must all end. For the exploited dragons, for the oath I swore to the primordial dragon, and for all the souls you've corrupted with your lies.
I come to protect. Here I am.
It was I who saved our entire race from ruin. Without my divinity, they would all have withered.
You're beyond salvation.
Mark my words, they will scorn you more than they ever hated me. And I shall await you in the abyss!
What is that?
That sound! It's the dragon! It's flying away!
It came from the square. I need to see what's happening. With the queen dead, the statue she held together with magic would have shattered. South Thorin will be plunged into chaos after the citizens see that.
I understand, Indris, but you just killed her. It's too dangerous to go there now.
That's why I need to go there even more. The guards need to maintain order and calm the people.
Stop being so stubborn. What if you get caught when you get there?
I am Indris, captain of the South Thorin Guard. Before I'm relieved of my duties, I'll never hide when the people need me. Not when it matters the most.
Ha! I can't believe he said that with a straight face. Sounded pretty cool, though. All right, I'm in. But if the situation turns on us, we make a run for it.
Your Highness, how's the situation here? Do you need my help?
Oh, Indris, you came just in time, and all your limbs seem to be intact. I just managed to calm some people down, and then you, the one who orchestrated this disaster, come running along offering me aid. Your timing is impeccable.
I'm happy to help, Your Highness. Your Highness, I have no intention of causing trouble. Please, don't misunderstand.
Calm yourself. You're still the same, devoid of humor, and utterly unskilled in deception, since you did not deny that you orchestrated this disaster. Please explain to me what happened.
We defeated Valara, and your mother, Queen Serelith. There is no need for further panic, citizens.
That's... Thank you.
The primordial dragon seemed to have sensed that we had kept our oath and flew away. Also, if we use the Sylvan Tendril properly, there should be a way to completely remove our curse. Merlin is willing to help us. We should all stay calm.
Yes.
Your Highness?
No cheers or celebration. Are you disappointed?
No, not in the least.
Look. After listening to your little speech, no one's panicking anymore. This is already impressive. However, in a sense, we have Valara to thank for this. Arresting the troublemakers from the last riot probably helped keep things in check. These people are still afraid. Whether commoners, nobles, or priests, none dare to act rashly. For now, order still holds. It has not yet reached the point of no return. Oh, I hope you haven't forgotten that execution, Indris?
How could I? Feli, he...
Therefore, if you truly wish to liberate the people, maintaining order here is meaningless. If you truly want to erase everything the Queen stood for, why not just reduce South Thorin to ashes and be done with it?
I cannot do that. There are innocent lives here.
Innocent? Tell me, who do you think is actually innocent? Was Feli innocent? Was Valara? Am I innocent? You've hunted, condemned, and led countless to their deaths. And now you've undone everything yourself, leaving South Thorin in ruins. So, Indris, are you innocent?
I will take responsibility and atone for my sins.
Even you think these words are too soft, don't you? That's why they're so hard to say. There should be freedom, but not too much freedom. There should be order, but it can't be too strict. So now you draw the boundaries, set the standards, and interpret the rules. Is this what you want, Indris? Because to me, This is a power far greater than the rule that came before. Oh, by the way, Théodore seems to have left Southorn, which means I am the sole exarch remaining. But leadership is a burden I've no desire to carry. I'd rather abdicate and have someone else rule more wisely. Ah, my dear spectators, rejoice! You are about to embrace a tyrant even more delightfully unpredictable than my esteemed mother.
This is not what I want. I just wanted to expose the lies and bring true freedom to all.
To be blunt, the panic and chaos you've incited during this period surpasses anything that has come before. A remarkable achievement, if I may say so. I don't want to defend my mother. You see, good intentions, however pure, rarely lead to the results one hopes for. At first, it was all about soothing the masses, wasn't it? My mother and the sage Tasso, just trying to ease anxiety and despair. But oh, once they tasted the sweetness of power, well, who could resist holding on to it? However, the truth is undeniable. The perverse order of Southorn is real. The fanaticism, the corrupt when compared to their motives, these are undeniable facts. Consequences they must bear. Your rebellion, too, is a direct result of their past decisions.
I understand. At this crossroads, the responsibility of making the choice falls to me. I've shouted enough. It's time to stop talking and start doing something that actually matters.
Since you're not going to hand in your resignation, I have another task for you. I order you to go to the surface and see for yourself what it's like. I'm sure the surface is full of beautiful things, though I imagine there are just as many lies and ugly truths lurking beneath, much like in Southorn. However, there must be something different about the surface compared to Southorn. I'll maintain order here while you're there. Upon your return, report precisely what you saw and heard, whether it was good, bad, or simply different. The truth must be told.
Understood. Thank you, Lord Ravion.
victory!
I'm eager for nourishment.
This is our victory!
I'm eager for nourishment.
Immerse yourself in the purifying flames!
Brilliantly done. thrilling with the